Welcome everybody to Extreme Off-Road Silly Bills, and today we're dealing with the 2018 Hot Wheels 2 Jets. Now this has 1,323 horsepower, 1,103 pounds-feet of torque, from a 3.4 litre turbocharged inline-6 engine. The car itself now has all-wheel drive, off-road suspension and off-road tyres, and now weighs 1,874 pounds. Can do 0 to 60 in 2.936 seconds, 0 to 100 in 4.897 seconds, and going to a top speed of 203 miles an hour. So this has been reintroduced into the series via the festival playlist. You only have to get 20 points to get it, and yeah, it's to celebrate the return of Hot Wheels to the Forza franchise. So it's the first time since Forza Horizon 3, when we last had, the Hot Wheels tracks, and obviously in Forza Horizon 4 we did have some Hot Wheels vehicles make a debut in that game, but we didn't have any of the tracks to go around. But yeah, that is not going to be the case for this fifth game, as those tracks are going to make a return. Nice variety of them as well, and yeah, that is going to be in July. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. So yeah, let's see what this car can do. Now, yeah, it doesn't weigh very much, which can be an issue, and it's definitely not meant for going off-road. It certainly didn't have all-wheel drive originally, so it's got a lot going against it, but the lack of weight and the huge amount of power should hopefully make this a quick car. But whether or not it's going to be a controllable one, we'll have to see. But yeah, as you can see, those tyres are absolutely massive in width, which is, yeah, good to see. So we can offer all the grip we can need. And yeah, really looking forward to the new Hot Wheels expansion coming out, especially since there's going to be new vehicles added. Not just Hot Wheels vehicles as well, but there's apparently a few hypercars going to be added. Because, you need all the speed you can get on those kind of Hot Wheels tracks, especially with the new varieties that they've added. Like water ones and ice ones, so outside of the usual orange ones. So yeah, really looking forward to seeing what kind of racing we can do on those. But this, for now, is dealing well here. Really rather high rate of speed down there, 165 mile an hour thereabouts. Seemingly does have the potential to be a quick one on this series, which is obviously primarily coming down to the amount of power and the lack of weight. That wouldn't be all that much good if it didn't also have stability, and it does seemingly have that as well. That's probably the furthest we've been on that jump, hitting the side of the mountain there, so that's definitely something we might have to look out for in future cars, especially Hot Wheels vehicles, because these can be quite insane in terms of power. Yeah, this is called the 2 Jets because, well, it looks kind of like a jet car with a canopy and everything, but also because it has the 2JZ engine out of the Toyota Supra, which, as we know, is a really rather versatile engine which gets lots of power out of it. We use it in plenty of how fast will it go vehicles. Which have regularly propelled cars to well above 270. Yeah, this is doing really rather well. It's quite agile. The all-wheel drive system isn't plaguing it. It's able to deal with the power reasonably well as well, despite, weighing so little, and yeah, it's not getting thrown around either. 156 down there, mega quick. Not the quickest, but still pretty quick. The fact it's dealing with this power in no trouble whatsoever, it doesn't feel like it's spinning the power away or whatever, is also a positive. Again, getting up to around 150 there. .147 across the finish line there, and a time of 3 minutes 12 seconds .134. So that is easily the fastest we've ever had on this series. As yeah, the current, well, what was the current fastest was a Liberty Toyota Tacoma TRD Performance Run, which managed a time of 3 minutes 17.097, so we're nearly 5 seconds ahead of that car, which is a humongous lead. We've never had a car that has had that big of a lead over previous vehicles, quite frankly. So, and if we have, we've been nowhere near 5 seconds, even if we've been a couple of seconds quicker than what was the current leader. So yeah, to be nearly 5 seconds ahead is monumentally quick. And yeah, comes down to three things really: the amount of power, the lack of weight, and the fact it was as controllable as it was. There was really no issues at all. A little bit of understeer here and there in some of the tighter corners, but outside of that, it just was flying down the straights, held onto the power and on the surfaces around the corners, and yeah, it wasn't getting thrown around or anything like that, despite weighing so little. So yeah, beating every car that we've had on this series so far, which is, yeah, an mightily impressive achievement, quite frankly, given, you know, it's not an off-road vehicle. It never had all-wheel drive originally. It only had about 600-700 horsepower originally. So yeah, monumental achievement. And yeah, really pleased to see that a Hot Wheels car has, for what is the first Hot Wheels car on this game that has been added to this game since the Hot Wheels announcement, has managed to achieve the near impossible in terms of being as quick as it has been. So yeah, it's going to take a hell of a lot to beat this time, and yeah, really looking forward to seeing what that car will be. Nonetheless, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.